Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. I'm actually in South Alabama at Plant Development Services. This is the home of the Southern Living Plant Collection and Encore Azaleas. This is the second part of this video. This is a walkthrough of one of their trial greenhouses. They also use this space to kind of get some color on some things in the winter when they have to take them to shows and that kind of thing and show off what they're working on. They do a lot of the plant breeding here in-house, and then of course they go around the world and search for new and exciting things for the Southern Living Plant Collection. So anyway, this is, like I say, this is part two. If you haven't seen part one, I'll link it up here in the top if you're watching on YouTube, and you can watch that. And I'm just going to pick up where I left off and show you more exciting things in this trial greenhouse. So there's a bunch of things in this area of this house that I'm excited about. This pancake arborvitae here I have not covered yet. It is a low growing, kind of a spreading arborvitae. Really, really beautiful plant, soft to the touch. Right here is Fire Chief. These would be taking on this kind of a burgundy hue in the winter time if they were outside right now. But right now they're somewhere in between in this greenhouse. It's really beautiful, low mounding conifer. And this over here is this Dragon Prince CRYPTOMERIA here. I covered Globosa nana CRYPTOMERIA in a video recently, and I talked about this Dragon Prince in that video. And look how compact and tight the growth habit is. And again, this is soft to the touch. Another good low mounding conifer that's tough as nails. That's the thing about these. In the South, we don't have a lot of options for conifers that really perform well in the heat, that are low and mounding like this, and all three of these will in fact do that. Over here's the spider's web FATSIA, and I hope this shows up well. Look at this beautiful variegation on this FATSIA. This needs some winter protection in zone 7 where I'm at. It'll thrive in the rest of the south, but in zone 7, if you leave it as a foundation plant, it'll do just fine. Beautiful foliage, evergreen, looks like a tropical, super easy, low maintenance shade, and it definitely is a shade plant. And a lot of times you can figure that out on your own by just the size of the leaves like this. That would definitely cook in the full sun. This is Chef's Choice Rosemary. I'm actually going to shoot a video on this one all by itself. Really rugged, low maintenance rosemary that is a great culinary rosemary. So here's some soft caress Mahonia. They are actually in bloom at my house as well. When I left the other day, they're quite showy, same as they're doing in this house. But you can see this is a winter flowering shade evergreen shrub. And unlike other Mahonia varieties, it's super soft to the touch. That's why it's called soft caress. And here's that Marvel Mahonia. It'll be later in the winter before it starts blooming, but here's one putting on some new growth right there. And right here as well. And out of the top right here will come a flower bud, and it just puts on a giant, giant show of flowers in the late winter. Okay, this is Red Diamond LOROPETALUM, and I actually haven't covered this one. This one gets some pretty good size on it, but it actually has red flowers, which is unique for LOROPETALUM. Most LOROPETALUM have pink or white flowers, is how they all started out. But great foliage, and the purple foliage is all the way down through the plant. That's what's unique about a lot of these new LOROPETALUM varieties. Is on older varieties, they were kind of green in the middle and only purple on the outside. It's the same thing over here with purple PIXIE, where the color is all the way through the plant. That's that dwarf weeping variety right there. This is this Dear Dolores hydrangea, which I did a video on earlier this year. Still blooming. It's actually still blooming in my yard when I left. We just haven't had the cold to knock it back yet, but as long as it's warm enough outside, this thing just keeps budding up. It's a great variety. See, the fall color on it too is great. That purple fall color that's coming on these, and there's the blue flower right there. If you have the right soil for it, there'll be that blue. Here's some more of that Lamandra over here, and I did a video on this Dianella right here earlier in the season. This is a clarity blue, and I'll show you the other one in just a second. It has a slightly narrower leaf. This one is called Cool Vista. You can see that clarity blue had that wider blade, but look how full, nice this blue-green grass is. They have a big group of these Carex in here. This is that Everillo. I covered these recently. See how there's a really nice variegated one. Then you get the yellow variegation, the white variegation, the solid yellow, So I planted some of those white agapanthus in my yard earlier in the season. It did just great. This one right here is called Indigo Frost. It's a purple bud, and then the flower opens white. There's another one right here that's really very open right there. And look at this solid purple right here. Look how beautiful that is. I think this one's called Amethyst. But look how beautiful that is. It's Ever Amethyst is actually the name of it, I remember now. Just really, really striking. The nice thing about these is they just keep repeat blooming. As long as I cut the faded stalks back like this, I just continue to get flowers all summer long on these. Here's one more called Ever Sapphire. Look how beautiful these flowers are. Here's this MOJO Pittosporum. They had just come in here and pruned these. There's little pieces of the plants all over the place right there. This is a great plant. Traditional variegated Pittosporum got gigantic, just completely out of control. And this one has a spreading habit. It's going to be very, very easy to keep this one low and wide, where really you just don't have to do anything to it. That's its growth habit. This is Emerald Snow LOROPETALUM right here. Beautiful white flowering LOROPETALUM. I've said several times when I started in this business, LOROPETALUM had white flowers like this, but they got 25 feet tall. And this is a dwarf white LOROPETALUM. So they happen to have all of the Southern Living Plant Collection Nandinas right here in a row. So I thought I would take the opportunity to go through them real quick. If you're used to traditional Nandinas, these are nothing like them. They have better color, low dense habits. They don't fruit like traditional Nandinas. They don't go crazy. They're not a noxious weed, and they're just super, super low maintenance. They give you all the benefits that Nandinas used to give you, which is a plant you could put in the ground and not kill. But then some of the issues that people would consider Nandinas to have, by colonizing and that kind of thing, are taken away with these varieties. This is Obsession. I put these on the west side of my house. Look how beautiful that new growth is. I think this one's probably my favorite, but you guys can tell me what yours is. This is a Lemon Lime right here. I put these on the front of my foundation. Super easy, low maintenance. This yellow foliage year round in a plant that's just super, super industrial. This one right here is called Flirt. Very, very low growing dwarf variety, very shade tolerant. Just one of my absolute favorites. It's got similar color to Obsession, but in a much more compact habit. And this is Blush Pink. And I haven't had the opportunity to shoot Blush Pink because mine hadn't been colored up at the garden center, at the time I got them in, and then they sold very quickly or whatever. But you see why it's called Blush Pink. Really great, beautiful new growth on that plant. But all four of these are super compact and super easy. Let me know in the description of this video below the description in this video, which one of these is your favorite. Here's that copper top viburnum that I put in at my house. Has that beautiful new coppery colored new growth. Beautiful plant. Mine are just as colored up as they were when I put them in. I'll give you an update video on those at some point. And this is that mood ring podocarpus right here. I have a video up on these recently. Beautiful upright narrow podocarpus. If you turn around and look at the rest of this house, and this is one of many, these are Mountain Snow PRS right here that are newly potted. These will be ready next year. I put one of these in my yard not that long ago, and there's a video for that. And here's where they're growing some of these tree-formed Encore Azaleas. And look how much patience this takes to get these staked up on these, just like this over time. This takes a long time, but it really is worth it. Those are quite beautiful on the other side of the greenhouse over there. So thank you very much for watching this. This is part 2 of the walkthrough of this trial greenhouse in South Alabama at Plant Development Services. And thanks to them for letting me come and tour and take a look around at some of the new and exciting things that the Southern Living Plant Collection and Encore Azaleas have upcoming or already have been released, which is mostly what I just showed you in these 2 videos. So again, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for upcoming content and hit that little bell notification, and so you're alerted when I actually put up a video. Thanks again.